Hi guys, this is Charles and I'm one of the surgeons of the Melbourne Vet Specialist Centre. I've just completed a TPLO in a little dog and I promised that I would review the postoperative radiographs. So I'll start by flipping my camera around and looking at the preoperative view. So this is a preoperative lateral view of this patient, and I'm going to try to measure a preoperative angle for you. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to create a line that's basically tangential to that articular surface, and then we're going from the intercondylar tubercle to the middle or the central rotation of the tarsal joint. And so what I can see here is we've got an angle of 53.6 degrees, and so then we're going to subtract that from 90 to get our angle of about 30. In this particular measurement, 36 degrees. I had measured about 34 degrees preoperatively. Just having a look here, we can also see that we've got a fusion in the stifle right there, and that really increases our index of suspicion for cranial cruciate ligament rupture. Looking at our cranial caudal view here, we've got fairly good alignment of the patella in the middle of the intercondylar groove. We're looking at a pretty straight cranial caudal view of the stifle as well as the tibia, with the calcaneus kind of bisecting that distal tibia and fibula construct down there. So now I'm going to go to our postoperative radiographs here, and that's my postoperative lateral radiograph, and so I can see my plate is placed in place. Now, if I could critique this radiograph at all, what I would say is that my angle of my cut distally is a little bit far distal, and I'm looking at a little bit of a down cut right there as well. The other thing is that this screw right here that I can't see through the plate is a little bit distal, and intraoperatively I could see that it was proximal to the osteotomy, but it's still a little bit more distal than I would like. Now, as far as an angle is concerned, we can measure that here. So again, I'm creating a line that's basically tangential to that articular surface, and I'm coming from the intercondylar tubercle down there to the center of rotation of the tarsal joint, and we can see that our angle is about 6.5 degrees, which is perfect. We want that to be between 5 and 12 degrees, so I'm really happy with that. Then coming over here to our cranial caudal view, you can see that this screw is very close to the osteotomy, but I've got two solid screws looking here and here that's solidly within the proximal tibial segment. And then here are my screws. Look, I've got one screw that's a little bit long right here. Not overly concerned about that. I would be happier if it was a little bit shorter. Again, I do find these small dog TPLOs to be quite challenging, much more challenging than a large dog TPLO. But I'm still happy with the results here. And again, looking at the intraoperative appearance of the hock relative to the stifle, my alignment is good. I've got two really solid screws proximally and 3 solid screws distally. The osteotomy is pretty well opposed. I do have a slight, as I mentioned before, slight downcut caudally here, but again, I think I'm still pretty happy with that. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe to our channel. Make sure you turn on notifications so you'll get a ding on your phone the next time we live stream.